My name is Leah Kirk, and I want to pose this question. Is it better to just receive instructions on how to accomplish something, or is it better to actually see an example of someone accomplishing something? My research question is, can older women through mentorship help younger women in church improve their self-image? I am passionate about this research question because I believe in mentoring young women to find their Christ-like identities. You may be asking, what did that previous question have to do with my research question and my mission? I pose that question because often we're quick to tell young women and the youth of our generation what they should be doing to improve their self-image. However, I think they would best achieve the what if we had more influential role models demonstrating the how, or by being the actual example of the instructions. John Wooden said, "Young people need more role models and less critics." I think we see this principle being implemented best in Titus chapter 2, verse 3, where Paul instructs the older women in the church to train, teach, and lead the younger women. Although I did my research with a group of African American young women in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area in mind, I think this model is best implemented on young women between the ages of 15 and 40 and older women between the ages of 41 and up, anywhere. When conducting my research, I found numerous sources to help guide and confirm my research question. I was able to not only find articles written by scholars and trained professionals, such as Mentoring College-Age Women, a Relational Approach from the American Journal of Community Psychology, but I also was able to find great resources that could be used for applicational purposes during research, such as So Long Insecurity, You've Been a Bad Friend to Us by Beth Moore, that specifically deals with the insecurity and self-esteem issues facing both older and younger women today. This research not only talked about why mentoring is beneficial, but it also gives the statistics that support its positive effects on young women and how they view themselves. And that was my research in general as a whole. I am claiming a solution and policy to help young women improve their self-image, and I believe that solution is mentoring. Again, I ask, is it better to just receive instructions on how to accomplish something, or is it better to actually see an example of someone accomplishing something? I think this is best done through mentoring, being able to sit and actually talk with someone who's walked in your shoes or have gone through similar experiences, even the mistakes they've made, to help them make better decisions for you. For next steps in continuing this research, I will be taking my sources and findings and now choosing an actual church to implement the system given by Titus 2. A good candidate for this research would be a church that has a good number of older women and younger women. A church who is willing to follow this biblical principle in Titus and implement a mentoring program that directly ties an older woman in the church with a younger woman in the church and deals with specific issues. For the sake of my research, we will be focusing on the subject of self-image. As embarrassed as I am to admit, before taking this class on theological research, I was the queen of Google. I would have addressed my question just by Googling all of my sources and presenting my information through probably a general Word document, or if I was fancy, a PowerPoint. But the major lesson I learned now completing the class, I've learned that the methodology is being knowledgeable in the many sources that are available to me, not just as a Moody student, but as a researcher in general. Meeting with the librarian and also using the sources such as Logos that have already been in my possession was definitely a very helpful tool in furthering my research and branching outside of Google and learning more about scholarly journals and also databases that were awarded to me. If you would like to contact me to find out the resources I've gained in more detail or see my progression with my search, you can contact me at readytowalk.com. Just hit the subscribe tab and send me a message.